What's going on, guys? This is Sunday, June 26th, and this is Eggy's roll-up. So, I've been just kind of thinking about some things, and just taking some deep thoughts, really taking some time to do some self-reflection. I've just been really thinking to myself, just what I'm doing, it's really crazy. What I'm doing, the position I put myself in, it's just really crazy because, I'm thinking to myself coming from a low class background, an impoverished background, and really trying to chase success. It's a real rat race, that's no lie. There's just so many other people out there trying to do the exact same thing, I was laying in bed earlier, not thinking about it, just all the people who, are trying so hard just to, working paycheck to paycheck, just really trying to keep everything on top of everything, trying to keep all the bills paid, trying to keep food on the table, and it's hard because, like I've said before, I've gone off on rants of people before, freeloaders and, all these people that, and the people who are in positions, where they've, come down on hard times, or they've, been put in a difficult position, and, are really struggling to make ends meet. A lot of times, even when it's very relatable, even when, and there's a lot of sympathy and empathy that goes out to these people in these situations, a lot of times it is still, undeniable that they've put themselves in these situations. They've chosen, or made bad decisions that have put themselves in these situations, like maybe perhaps having a child or two when they weren't in a financially stable situation. But and then I'm thinking about all that, and I'm thinking about, just how much of our lives can we calculate, and not just to say, that it is simple or that it's not simple. I'm not trying to say either way, but, does it come into play with, depending on your IQ, is it more when we see, people with higher IQ, they're better earning and they are, but also less likely to have children. Does IQ really come into a strong role when we're considering, whether or not, someone is preparing for their life in the correct way or setting themselves up for a correct future? And, is it possible for us to really, when we're seeing, and this all plays into, how we're all trying to, the Bernie Sanders supporters who want to, kind of make things as equal for everyone as possible. But is there a real possibility to make things so equal for everyone? Is that really something that can be, that we can sit and, say to ourselves, that's a feasible idea? Is it really? I just can't say for certain, because I'm thinking to myself, and like I said, it really hurts when I see people who are in sort of a bad position, and you can relate to that coming from an impoverished background, a low-class background. But then you have to, trying to remove yourself enough from the situation as well, and understand, that poor decisions were made that put this person or people's in a bad situation when, initially, if they had taken better care and, and put themselves, in a better position and, put more thought into their future, would they be in that same position? Yes or no? So I'm just thinking to myself, because, I want so badly to better my life, I want so badly to better my situation, but at the same time, I may be low IQ, I might not, am I going in with, fully prepared for this? Am I going in, or am I still in the same situation, that I may have been previously, where I was, doing things lackluster, doing things without, without the proper procedures in place? Am I still ill prepared in that way? Or am I ready now to try and chase success in the way that I would like to? It's difficult to really know for certain with all these different variables flying around, When you have all these variables, and, somebody like me, like I said, coming from a low-class background, still, has such intent to achieve so much and really want to be successful, it's frankly quite mad. I really am it's like I'm, charging the impending forces as I pass by, the bodies of soldiers with much better training and that are much more fit or much more powerful than myself, and thinking that I could take on, an army on my own, something that many, doing something in my position that many have tried and failed, overwhelmingly failed, but trying to make my mark out, to be one who can persevere, and who can achieve. So, I think there's a little combination in there, that I hope comes together to help propel me in the right direction. A little bit of madness, a little bit of perseverance, consistency, really just got to be able to show your strength in that way, if you can endure, and that's something I think that people in my position, one of their strengths they can play to is endurance. If you've gone through a lot and not having, a lot, and going through a lot of shit, I guess, for lack of a better term, you might be able to go on then and use that to your advantage to try and, persevere and achieve what you would like to achieve. So in any case, I don't know, I've just been musing about this now for a good part of the day or so. I was thinking about, a lot of people are, even in the comments or, just in general, they don't feel that, that my position, with all the bad hand that I've been dealt and everything so far, is it really even possible, that I could ever hope to achieve much of anything? The fact that I've, been able to, can't remember how much I've talked about this on my previous videos, but, like being diagnosed autistic, my caseworker always telling me, that it would be a miracle if I ever had a job. It would be a miracle if I was ever to not have to rely on my parents to support me. And, so I was like trying to think to myself, should I be happy at this point even, that I've achieved this much? Or, or does the fact that I've achieved this much, does that mean that I have what it takes to go on and achieve further? I don't know, but I'm going to keep on trying. I'm going to keep on pushing, and I hope you guys do the same. Whether we're absolutely mad and we'll never achieve anything, or whether we will persevere and endure to our fullest extent and come out on top, who's to say? But I wish you guys the best of luck. Hope you guys got good feelings for me too, and we'll keep on pushing, keep on moving, and I'll check you guys later, okay? Have a good one.